Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be uppotting this beautiful black Medira that I get from a good friend out of Michigan, Amir. Shout out to Amir from Michigan. Thank you for this beautiful cultivar that you sent me a cutting of about 8 months ago, I want to say. And I rooted the cutting, and I put the cutting into soil in a 1-gallon pot on 3/7/26. In May of 2026, I put it in this 5-gallon bucket, and we are looking good. This plant is about 26 inches above soil. Overall with the pot is about 36 inches, but as you can see, it is an absolute beauty. Black Medira, and we all heard about Black Medira, that they are really slow to grow, and it takes forever for them to go to about a foot and a half. But with the right fertilization, with the right water take, and this abundance of heat that we have here in Las Vegas, today is going to be 114 degrees. I'm going to be uppotting this to a 15-gallon pot. Okay, one of the main reasons I do this right around this time during the heat of the summer, as some people urge not to do that, is for the fact that I'm going to be adding more soil to the root ball. Okay, and with the proper watering in these big pots, the soil is going to remain much cooler, and say August 1st all the way till end of October, I'm still in my growing season. Obviously I'm not expecting fruit out of this right here, as this is a much younger plant, but as you can see, I get double bumps right there. I have double bumps right there. I have double bumps right there. So we have double bumps. I don't have a fix set on them yet, but my focus on this right here is the growth. So this is what you're going to need for uppotting, or this is what I actually use. What I have here is some garden soil that I get from Vera Grow. I'm going to be using some grow mulch, and I'm going to be using some composted manure, steer manure. Okay. Also, I'm going to be adding more perlite to the soil. On the topping, I'm going to be giving it worm casting. I'm going to be putting some bone meal into the planting hole, and then I'm going to fertilize with a 777, and of course fish fertilizer. So I'll show you the combo, exactly what I'm going to be doing today, and let's go. Don't forget, you're going to need some good music to enjoy your day. Let's do this. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to be adding this soil, this garden soil, which is in a 15-gallon pot, into my wheelbarrow. And then I'm going to be adding some grow mulch and my steer manure, and I'll show you how much. Okay, I got my garden soil from this 15-gallon pot into my wheelbarrow. Now what I'm going to do is add some grow mulch on top. Okay, I got about a quarter of this bag into the barrel, so a quarter of grow mulch. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to add some organic matter into this potting soil. Okay, now I want to say just slightly over a quarter of a bag to about 1.5 to 2 cubic feet of garden soil. Now this right here, some steer manure. So you want to be very careful about how much you're actually going to be using this stuff, because this stuff here is really hot, and it will absolutely do some root damage. But if you use it lightly and you mix it really well, it could be absolutely beneficial for the rest of the season to put on some beautiful growth. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add this, and I'll show you how much I actually use. What I'm planning on using is no more than 2 shovels of this stuff right here, and this will be plenty. I'm hoping that I can get about 3, possibly yeah, I should get about 3 15-gallon pots that I'm trying to soil transfer today. Okay, let's add the steer manure. Okay, steer manure is in the wheelbarrow, and I put it in a little pile to show you how much I'm using. Okay, I'm going to be mixing this really well with the ingredients that are in this pot, So you don't want to overkill this stuff. This is really hot stuff, but it's absolutely essential. And my fig plants, they love it. Okay, let's add the perlite and get the mixing. So here's my perlite right here. I'm going to add it to my wheelbarrow. Okay, got the perlite in the wheelbarrow. This thing right here is about 8 quarts. Hopefully you guys can see that. Yep, it's 8 dry quarts, and I used about half the bag inside this wheelbarrow. Now mind you that my garden soil that I got from Medira here in Las Vegas already has this in there, so I'm not trying to overkill it, but I'm trying to create better drainage. Okay, now let's get the mixing. Okay everybody, so now I just mixed in all my ingredients into my soil, and I have one more step I do before I actually transplant the plant. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add some water to the soil. Okay, I'm going to add some water and I'm going to mix it one more time. Like I said, I'm in Las Vegas, zone 9B, and it is hot. Today is going to be 114, and I want to make sure once I put this beautiful plant into the 15-gallon bucket here, I want to make sure my soil medium is nice and wet. You don't have to do this. This is just part of the routine of what I do. And then I'm going to water it again. Okay, let's add some water. Okay everybody, so I added the water. As you can tell, I didn't soak it really crazy. You know, all I did was just basically hydrate it. So this is still rather dry, but this is what I'm looking for when I'm filling in the pot before I really water it. So I just hydrate the soil a little bit. You see, it's nice and fluffy still. It is good to go, and I'm going to start my transplant. Okay everybody, so this is one step that I always do no matter what size of pot I'm going to be transplanting. So what I did, I added some soil from the wheelbarrow to the bottom of the pot. It's probably hard to see, but the most important part is that I want to make sure that the soil level that is going to be filled in, actually the soil level is already here, is not going to change. Now mind you, the soil that's going to be inside this pot, it's going to settle down a little bit, but I still have to consider that I'm going to be putting some mulch on the top layer and all that stuff. Okay, so I don't want it to be flushed or anything like that. So this right here is giving me about 2 inches. Okay, about 1.5 inches to 2 inches. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull this plant out, and I'm going to put some bone meal in the bottom of the this pot before I plant it. Okay, I'll show you that in just a second. Okay, now with the bone meal, what I'm going to do, this is what I'm using. I can find it at my local nursery. It's a bone meal. There's an NPK on it, 0.5150, and what I'm using, it's about a little bit less than a full handful, and it's about 1/3 of a cup. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to apply this to this area right here, to the bottom of the pot that I'm planting. Okay, I applied my bone meal to the bottom of the pot, as you can see, and all I'm going to do now is just gently swirl it around, mix it in with the dirt like so, and that's it. And when you water, all that's going to break down, and it's going to be more good stuff for the roots. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put my plant in and add soil. Okay, now that we got the bone meal mixed in with the soil right there, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a little bit of water. That's going to activate the bone meal before I put my plant in here. Okay, the bone meal is in, water on top. Let's get the black Medira planted. Okay, I have put my plant from my 5-gallon bucket into my 15-gallon here, and as you can see, I like where my soil level is going to be compared to the tip right there. And let me turn this, see if you guys can see. Hopefully some of these roots, you probably can't see it, but as I got roots basically all around the pot, and this was a fantastic time to actually do this, because now what I'm going to be creating in this hot climate is a bumper between all these roots that are going around the pot and the actual plant. So now this thing right here has 90 days to just basically run. Okay, so let's fill in the soil. Okay, so we got the black Medira potted. Most importantly, make sure you have your tag attached and the plant is in there. Got nice soil going around it. So the next step is to mulch it and water it. Just mulch. Okay, we have completed our up pot into a 15-gallon pot. Got a nice mulch going around. Now what I'm going to do, I am going to absolutely soak this pot a couple of times. It's hot and we're going to hydrate this newly transferred black Medira. Okay, our final up potting result. Black Medira is gone to this pot, which is going to stay in here for the minimum of 1 year to about 14 months. So next season, when it goes dormant, not this coming up January, so in January of 2028, we will assess to see if it needs root pruning or not. And this is it. Hope you liked the video. This is how I up pot every single one of my fake plants. Cheers.